Hello, beautiful souls. It is so wonderful to be back here today. And on Obsidian Day, which is my birthday crystal in the liquid crystal. So today, being the 26th of February, if you have a birthday today, there are a few birthdays that I know of today. Your birthday crystal is also Black Obsidian. Black Obsidian is about true self-reflection. It is in City 11 in the liquid crystal, so it is the city that sits outside of the sort of the physical, so to speak. It is a gateway, it is a doorway, it is like the etheric vortex. So, of course, my birthday crystal has to be Black Obsidian. It couldn't be any other way. I don't do things in halves. I haven't come here with Pluto in the first house and a stellium in the 8th house and, of course, Black Obsidian. Luckily, my birthday crystal and soul crystal is Peridot. So I've got the double joy aspect. So Black Obsidian Day is actually about true self-reflection, is about your truth and how you show up in the world. If you look at obsidian, it's actually volcanic glass. So you can see yourself in Black Obsidian. So I know a few people who take Black Obsidian and it always knocks them about. And I'm like, well, that is just me. Taking Black Obsidian is very big. I actually don't think I have ever prescribed it to someone. You're getting Black Obsidian when you come and see me because that is my birthday vibration on May the 9th. Anyway, that's a little bit about today, which is the Black Obsidian Day. But here I am, ready to do March vlog, and wow, this year has been incredible. To start 2019 is a very special year, and I'm actually going to do a podcast a little bit about the specialness and sacredness of 2019. So already my 2019 vlog is on my page if you haven't checked it out. That is the astrology and numerology and the liquid crystals that I've channeled through. So that is a long, epic vlog around the 2019 energies, but I do want to actually do a little potty because I have released my podcast, Tiani Talks. You can find it everywhere, iTunes. My platform is Anchor. So I want to do a little potty there and just a chatty potty about 2019. It's a very special and sacred year. So I want to chat about that. So it's been incredible thus far, right? This is a very quickening year, just so you know. Last year it was slow. I remember my first few vlogs last year and chatting to people early 2018. I was like, we're in an acceleration, but at a slow pace. So 1 week would feel like 3 weeks and it was only 1 week. Whereas there is a quickening this year. And that is due to, we started off with eclipses, Mars in his home sign of Aries, which is go, go, go. There is a slower pace now with Mars in Taurus. That's my natal Mars. And it's about drive and determination and still moving forward. So if you feel like there's a little bit of a lackluster going on, Mars has moved into a slower sign. Hello, all you fellow Taurians. There is a little bit of a slower, but it's persistent and it's determined. That is Mars in Taurus. And so Mars will be in Taurus for all of March. But this March is going to be epic. It is a big, and we are starting 2019 big because it is a special year. And ultimately we have just had Chiron after 50 years move into Aries, where he will stay now for 7 to 8 years, or 6 to 7 years. And then Uranus moves into Taurus in March. So I'm going to chat about that. This is huge. This hasn't happened for 84 years. So he played there last year and then he retrograded back into Aries for a little bit just to give us this last pump. And we are on the last degree of Uranus in Aries. So if you're a Taurus, not by your own birth chart, it depends on your ascendant. I can't see where Uranus is, and that's why it's good to know your own chart. But just in a Taurus in general, Uranus is traversing the 12th house for all Taurians or anyone with a Taurus ascendant, yeah? And it's a push because the 12th house is the end and the 29th degree is also the end. So it's sort of similar to the Chiron 29 that I spoke about in my 2019 overview. I did chat a little bit about February there as well, which was that Chiron change. And Uranus is at 29, so there's this weird sort of endings energy, and it's amplified. Uranus is the planet of chaos and revolution, and he's the great awakener. He wakes and shifts. And I actually feel like Uranus is the eclipse. That's how I describe Uranus energy. Is it's very ecliptic. Firstly, Uranus actually doesn't rotate like all of the other planets. It's gone, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to rotate on my side. So if you've ever met an Aquarius, they pretty much give life the finger and rotate on their sides, because Aquarius are ruled by Uranus. Aquarians are ruled by Uranus. So, you know, we all have Uranus in our chart. We all have Aquarius in our chart. And to know where we are literally giving life the finger is a really great thing to know. But Uranus is one of my favorite planets, as you can imagine. You know, I'm very much that to society. So, and this is this is huge. It's massive, right? It's just massive, because it's 84 years. If you are under 84, you have never seen Uranus in Taurus before. So for Taurians, this is our time. These next 7 years are our time. It is I love being a Taurus, but this is it. Things will change. And in one of the things that I read this year from Lorna Bevan, who's one of my favorite astrologers, she said that the past will not look like the future for Taurians in particular. And this, you know, and over the next couple of weeks, this is when this transit happens. So it's pretty powerful. So March is like, oh my God, like I'm already, and I never do this. I'm already going, I wish it was April. So, and I never do that. I never, ever do that. So, and the reason that I'm doing this is because I'm calling March mindful madness. My quote for March for you is expect the unexpected. What we must do in March is flow and let go. Everything lines up so amazingly, as it always does. I'll share the liquid crystal of the month, even the numerology of the month. It's a third month in a 3 year. So, I mean, it's a 6 if you add the 3, but the 3 and the 3 are beside each other. So there's this real master number energy, and it's a real initiating energy. But 6 is also ruled by the planet Venus. So there's also this stepping back and just peace is the word. And of course, because everything is just, you can't make this shit up, the liquid crystal of March is angelite, which is peace. That is its simple purpose. And guess what? I pulled this card from the Animal Magic deck, which is actually quite a powerful deck. It literally activates you, and I've slept with the cards before, and they're magic, they're alchemy. But I pulled one card for us for the month, which was Buffalo, and I'm going to share that. But then another card was wanting to be pulled out, and it was Dove. And just really, really briefly, the key words, of course, are purity and peace. And I thought, there's that peace again, and that is what March requires of all of us, is inner peace. Because we must be mindful of the madness in March. We must be mindful of the madness in March. And it's that whole, that whole weird thing that goes around on Facebook about not my monkey, not my circus or something. I mean, I don't really like stuff like that. I don't see life like that though. And I don't have any drama in my life. So, but the thing is that actually resonates to March. What also resonates is because we have Mercury retrograde starting next week. And so in the first week of March, Mercury retrogrades. And usually, Mercury retrograde, there is nothing to fear. Everyone jumps on that bandwagon without even knowing their chart. And we all know how passionate I am about know thyself. Master yourself and you master the universe. Don't jump on some bandwagon of someone who's trying to make astrology a commodity so that they can step up, and they've had nothing to do with it, but in the last year, all of a sudden they're an astrologer and want to share everything everywhere. And Mercury retrograde, the eclipses. These people who are sharing this don't even know their own charts. People who are sharing astrology don't even know their own charts. It is like mind-blowing to me. I'm like, how does that even happen? So the Mercury retrograde train and bandwagon and all that sort of stuff, so many people have Mercury retrograde in their own chart. So Mercury retrograde is a wonderful time of reevaluation and reanalysis and refocus. It's a time to step away from the rush, yeah? But this month, you know, the Leo King, another amazing astrologer who I love, I'll always shout out to the Leo King, and I want to have him on my podcast. Let's just put that out. Come on, Dave. I'm going to contact you, man, and you need to come onto my potty, because I know that we would have mad, rad chats about astrology, because we're very similar. But the thing is that he's saying that this is going to be the worst Mercury retrograde ever. And, you know, and he says it with lightness because he's a truth teller, yeah, like me. But the thing is that I'm not and it's not about round fear for Dave either. Like, he's just being honest. But the thing is that my sort of analogy of this Mercury retrograde is hilarious. It's actually funny because everyone jumps on every time Mercury's in retrograde, which is 3 times a year, sometimes 4. And they bang on, oh, this happened to my computer, but the computer could have happened out of Mercury retrograde, but that's still blame Mercury retrograde. There is no blaming of moons, planets, nothing. We are responsible, and we are the creators of our own lives. So you actually can't buy into that jargon of blaming Mercury retrograde. So, but the thing is that this Mercury retrograde, all of your dreams have come true, because you dream of Mercury retrograde, or you jump on what everyone else says, even though you don't know. This is the one. This is the one to, Lorna Bevan's calling it the Hall of Mirrors. I mean, we have had all of 29 with no planet retrograding, and now the retrogrades start. So Mercury is the first one, and in Pisces. Now, this is what is going to make this retrograde so elusive, so disillusional, so, what are some of my words? Erratic, nervous. You know, this energy is fast, it's quick. You know, like I said, expect the unexpected. There will be shocks, shifts, delays, sudden movements. And this is all compacted all in March, because not only do we have this very disillusioned Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Pisces is the planet of spirit, unity, imagination, the divine connection, right? But the thing is that the dark side of Pisces is manipulation, rose-colored glasses, deception, lies, yeah? Self-sacrifice, martyr, victim. You know, there is no truth in illusion, right? There just isn't. Reality is where it is at. It's this year, it's you getting your shit together. And this is going to push and trigger and test to see how far you've come and to see what you learnt in 2018. March is the test, because there is so much revolutionary energy happening with not only this very foggy Merc retrograde, which is already starting to feel, I'm feeling it, and I'm a very, very grounded person. I'm not scattered or disillusioned. I am living in reality. And even me and my husband are both saying, like, he's saying, I feel like a space cadet. And I'm just like, I can't even talk or think. You know, this mutable energy for me doesn't like click in. I have to learn a lot, right? I have to learn a lot in mutable energy. I have to fucking surrender. And that is March. Surrender, let go, flow. I mean, I'm pretty good at that, but the mutable energy makes me feel like a kite with no string. No one's holding that kite. I'm just friggin' floating around, right? I'm not a big fan of that. You know, Pisces, if we think of Pisces, the fish, you know, they're slippery. We can't hold on to them. They're translucent, right? They've got no boundaries. They're in the ocean, man. Like, where are their boundaries? There are none. And also, you know, they're slippery, but also there's this sense of drowning, yeah, because it's the last zodiac sign before we push into the new zodiac year, which does come in March the 21st, is the autumn equinox, and the sun moves into Aries. And so it's going to feel like a big relief. Come April, things will start to, I don't know, really feel grounded again. That's what I'm feeling, is that's when they'll really start to feel grounded again. But March, the truth and reality of it is that, you know, we wanted a Mercury retrograde, we're getting one in Pisces. And with Dave saying that this is the worst one he's ever seen ever, I'm like, oh my God, it's funny. Like, it's just funny, because everyone jumps on this Merc retrograde bandwagon. It's like, now we're getting a big taste. And if we haven't done the work, this will begin the cycle of 2019 repeating 2018. You know, I've already said this. I've said this to all my clients and the talks that I give. This is the thing, right? 2019 can be a real repeat of 2018, and I feel like March is the test. March is where it is at, with Mercury retrograding, Uranus moving into Taurus after 84 years. Uranus and Mercury are actually aligned. Uranus is actually the higher octave of Mercury. So Mercury is like the physical mind, the study, it's the mind that's here. Uranus is the higher mind. Uranus is the connection to freaking God. Uranus is God, right? So Uranus is space and lightning. That is what Uranus is. So there is a lot of mind stuff in March, and that is why the liquid crystal is amazing. The messages that have come through are amazing, because March is about being mindful, but also about flow, letting go. And let me just read you, you know, I think you get my Mercury retrograde stuff, right? You know, there will be feelings of misunderstanding, you being misunderstood or you misunderstanding. Murky, foggy, disillusioned, miscommunication, slippery, drowning, no boundaries. You know, all the stuff I just said about Pisces. That with Mercury there, it's not mental. And that's hard for Mercury. Mercury is a mental sign. Mercury is about communication, teaching, studying, learning. And here I am with a sold out astrology workshop in this time. I really timed that well, didn't I? Freak, I tell you. I was been doing my recordings for it, and I'm all over the shop. I tell you, it is hilarious. But looking at my March coming up, it's actually quite a subdued month. I've really stepped back. I've got readings every week. You know, I'm booked up till May, but what I did in March was something, you know, unbeknownst. It just unfolded because it's all organic for me. But yeah, interestingly enough, March is angelite in the liquid crystals, and this simple purpose is peace, which couldn't be any more perfect. So if you're feeling turmoil, discord, out of alignment, unsettled, your energies are coming from anger and fear and doubt and worry, which having angelite as the energy, the crystal energy for the month anyway, that can come up. But to have Mercury retrograde in Pisces as well, that is very, you know, angelite feels like a very Piscean crystal, to be honest. It's blue and it's soft. I meant to get my tumbled stone out. I've only got one piece of it. It's beautiful. It's just blue and like a soft blue. But if you are feeling those things, which, you know, are quite possible, that is where stepping back. March is a yin month, and it's a month to step back and be internal. So each month, I've been saying this for a long time, is that one month is a yin and the other is a yang. It's sort of an inhale and an exhale. So March is an inhale month, come inward, and that is going to serve you so well with Mercury. Yeah, because if you are lashing out and angry and reacting to people, they're going to be a lot of what the actual fuck moments. Okay, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be like disillusioned sometimes, going, what just happened there? And it is better to not speak, and it is better to just breathe and let it go, because engaging in rubbish in March will make you suffer. It will. So it's the rise above, let go, be quiet, be internal, do your work, hush, hush. Let's just drop back a little bit. Angelite, with all of those things, like I said, if you're feeling turmoil and discord, out of alignment, worrying, unsettled, which, you know, to be honest, this is probably the most unsettled month this year, I believe. And to have angelite as the liquid crystal, just, yeah, again, I couldn't even make this up if I tried. So the thing with angelite is it helps you to find inner peace. It's empowering. It's also very good for telepathy, because of course there is beautiful things to Pisces, and even within the Mercury retrograde, you can tap into unconditional divine love. You can tap into inspiration, meditation. You can tap into really transcending sort of states of being. And I'm telling you, that's not an escapist thing to do this month. Sometimes it is, but this month it's not. That's actually where you want to go. You know, the thing is that you don't want to live the illusion. There's no truth there. So you need to be strong in your center. So it's like you need to be epically grounded, like an anchor, but also really divinely tapped in. Yeah. So Angelite can help you truly surrender. So I actually have about 6 bottles on me at the moment. So if you want some Angelite to take for March, let me know as soon as possible. They're $10 and then they're $10 for postage if I need to post them out. And I can send those through to you so that you can take Angelite in this month to really help you to ground into this peace, to find the peace. You know, Angelite is about true surrender, letting go and letting God. And I'd already written that on my notes before I went and looked at the liquid crystal stuff, because I always go and look at the liquid crystal. Justin's work's amazing, and I always go and look there and have a look at what he's written about Angelite as well. So let go, let God. It's about emotional harmony, forgiveness. Angelite helps to give you peace of mind, peaceful emotions, and it keeps you calm, settled, and soothed. Now, that is exactly the energy that we all need for March. Like I said, there is this element of dreaminess and inspiration, but I say travel gently, softly. You know, we are in Pisces month, so on a normal Pisces month, it's just, no structure and flow, but with the retrograde and with Uranus moving into Taurus, that's big shit. You know, this is an astrologer's dream. You know, we are at astrology heaven right now. Well, I am, because Chiron has just moved after 50 years and Uranus has now just moved after 84. We've got big things that have started for us in 2019. Now, after this, there are no more outer planets until the end of the year, when Jupiter makes his ingress into Capricorn, which he is joining a whole world of Capricornian stuff there, which is quite amazing. So the thing is that, you know, with this energy, let go of the structure, let go of the control and flow a little bit, because things will change. You might have plans, but then they will change. You've got an idea of what you want to do this week, then that will change. So hold everything lightly, because if you don't, you're going to cause yourself a lot of distress. You're going to be in that space of out of alignment and worry and anxious and nerves, because Mercury already makes you a little bit nervy and anxious anyway, right? So that's what he does. And so to have him in Pisces, it's all, there's no boundaries here. There's no structure. So it is all about flow. I've said no sudden moves, because Uranus will take care of anything sudden and unexpected. Let go of plans. And of course, like I said, the mantra is expect the unexpected. We find balance when the autumn equinox comes along. So that is, the autumn equinox is it's my favorite equinox, because it means we're out of summer, which is my favorite. But I must say, I'm giving huge gratitude to the universe, because this summer was hardly bad at all. Yeah, I had my aircon on for a couple of weeks in a row, just with the mugginess and stuff, but it was pretty damn good. We weren't having 38 degrees for 3 weeks, which can happen. So I am in heaven that there's only a few more days and we are in autumn, but we're officially in autumn come the autumn equinox. That's when the season begins, not this Gregorian calendar. So there is the balance around the autumn equinox. This is a time of, I always be with earth, make up a beautiful nature mandala. It's about giving thanks, being with your family, cooking up a feast. That is what the autumn equinox is. So it's also a reference point of where are you in or out of balance, out or in of alignment with yourself, with your soul, with your mission, with your path, with your purpose, with everything that's unfolding for you. Where are you in or out of balance with that? So it's a nice time to reflect. That is what the equinoxes and solstices are about, a time of reflection, of introversion, of going in and understanding, well, where am I? It's 4 beautiful reference points during the year that you can stop. The 21st of March is when the sun moves into fiery Aries, so we're going to actually feel that, and then that autumn equinox to actually also give thanks for thus far what has happened for you, because then we're moving into that more inclusion time where the nights are getting longer. Yay! The nights are getting longer and the days are getting shorter. It's my favorite. I'm an autumn baby too, so I love autumn. Honor the earth, honor the cycles, be with nature on that day. And I would say to flow and to really make the most of March, also be with nature. If it's swimming weather, go for a swim in the beach. I'm definitely going to take myself to the beach a couple of times in March just to be in the ocean, which is my home, which is my soul's home. there's also this energy of the end of the astrological year. It's sort of like this, also this sort of dark space, like a moon dark space, where from the new moon in Pisces through to the new moon in Aries, that 4 weeks is sort of like a real, like your seeds are being planted and you're deep within the earth. There is this real energy of stepping back, quiet, yeah? Retreat is what I've said, retreat. There's this real dark period. So it's a time of retreat. And that obviously goes with the yin month, the internal, the inhale. The inhale just coming in, and then April comes and we can exhale again and we can start the action and the momentum and the movement with Aries there to support us, yeah? So that's a lot of stuff. We've got the 3-3, we've got the autumn equinox, we've got this crazy freaking crazy ass Mercury retrograde, probably the craziest one that we'll remember for a long time. So don't get caught up. That's my biggest tip. Don't get caught up. If something doesn't go to plan, let it go. If you misunderstand someone or you're misunderstood, just, you know, we all need like little signs, you know. Sorry for what I said when Mercury was in retrograde in Pisces, because, you know, no retrogrades are usually like this. This is a retrograde that is different. Yeah, it is different. And if you are triggered easily, or if you are not in a great space at the moment and out of alignment, and, you know, the work hasn't been done in 2018, again, this is the true test for you in March. So remember to breathe. Now, of course, the big thing is Uranus moving into Taurus on the 6th, 84 years. Uranus shakes us up, wakes us up, breaks up that foundation to really look at your life. This is a big thing. I mean, I could sit here and talk about this for half an hour, so I won't, because then this just gets too long. But this is a reality. Taurus is reality. Hello, you all see me all the time. There's nothing illusion about me. There is nothing disillusion about me. I don't live in la la land, right? I live in reality, and fucking reality is rad, man. So I don't have anything to escape from, right? But the thing is that Uranus, the planet of chaos and revolution and literally shaking things up, is moving into a fixed earth sign, which is us Taurians here. We are fixed earth signs. So I don't know, the earthquake thing has come up. It's going to feel like an earthquake, whether there are earthquakes on the earth. Look, over the next 7 years, I think the earth will move and shift and do a lot, because, you know, this is the first time that Uranus has been in an earth sign since Virgo. That's right. No, Capricorn, sorry, Capricorn. Where am I going? I'm going too far back. Capricorn. So it's a few signs. That's still quite a long time ago. And Taurus is fixed, and Uranus's natural ruler, Aquarius, is also a fixed sign. So, you know, a lot of astrologers are saying, you know, Uranus isn't going to be happy in Taurus. And I'm like, look, you know, I think Uranus doesn't really like any sign bar Aquarius, you know. But the thing is that because he's electric there, he's on fire, he's at home there. But I think Taurus isn't going to be that bad of a fit, because it's another fixed sign. So I think that, yeah, there's going to be challenges, but there's always challenges. It's how you are in your own self, your own pillar. How strong are you? How resilient are you? How, you know, I sometimes feel like I am unshakable. So this is going to be very interesting for me. I even read out like a little thing to my husband, and he was like, oh, well, babe, that's pretty big. And I'm like, this is big, babe. Like, being a Taurus at this time is very, very special. Very special indeed. And, you know, Aries have just had it. You know, if you didn't change your life and you're an Aries in the past 7 years and things are still the same, well, you didn't make the most of Uranus. And I'm sure things would have changed, because Uranus is about shocks and sudden. So things will have changed even if you weren't ready for them. But you see, I'm open and ready for all of this. Like, I'm excited. I can't wait for Uranus to be in Taurus for the next 7 years. You know, everything will be different. So Uranus will shake us up to wake us up. He wants to awaken people, and that is exactly what is necessary. And ready or not, you know, it's ready or not, here I come. I'm going to find you. Now, that is, you know, the Fuji's going on there, but that is Uranus. That is the song he is singing to you. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. And that is exactly what is happening. You can't hide. You can't hide from the truth. You can't hide from reality, no matter how spiritual and enlightened you think you are. We are here of this earth. And with Uranus moving into an earth sign, you are going to land hard if you're a space cadet, like a true space cadet. You will land hard. The earth beneath us is going to shake. Physically, metaphorically, things are changing. We know that anyway, but things are changing, and these changes will be bringing things like I've written here, your values, your self-worth. That's what Taurus is about, your own self-value, your own self-worth, your core values. Who really are you? Who are you? Who do you represent? What is your legacy? What are you leaving in your wake each and every day? Do you plant your feet on the earth with gratitude and light and love and just openness and willingness to expand and to love? You know, the earth is our greatest joy. You know, she is Mama Earth. She is Mama Pacha, Pachi Mama. You know, the earth is just God. So the thing is that when you've got Uranus, the sky god, and Earth, the god, the goddess, creation itself. Taurus is manifesting and creation herself. When you have those two together, you can expect great changes to your reality, great changes to the earth structure. Food will become different. You know, everyone's predicting vegan. I don't predict vegan at all, because that doesn't work for every single body. Will there be more coming through? Of course. You know, I know families that have been vegan since they were, you know, I've got friends who are in their mid-30s. They grew up vegan. So this isn't new. Veganism isn't new. I'm actually feeling on the food level, it's more people will start to grow their own food. Less packaged shit, more whole, clean food. Yeah. And growing it, bartering with it. You know, you've got eggs and I've got a cow. Here you go. Let's swap. Growing the fresh fruit and vegetables, eating less packaged stuff, and doing a lot more cooking. I find it really, you know, a lot of people don't cook from scratch anymore. So I think getting back to the basics, that is what Taurus is, basic needs. So getting back to the basics. You know, Uranus wants to come and revolutionize that, you know, cooking for your family every night. I mean, that's something I do, you know, pretty much every night of the week, bar maybe over the weekends. One night I might not cook. But the thing is that everything's from scratch, you know, and that's probably because I am a Taurus and my husband's a Capricorn, so we're very earthy, and he's an amazing cook and I'm an okay cook, you know. I cook. I put a lot of love into it, and sometimes it's shit, but that's okay. He is a great cook. My husband is an amazing cook. He's the best cook ever. But anyway, so food, and I love food, and Taurians love food. So food will become different, I think, over these next 7 years. So yeah, look, I could talk about Uranus and Taurus, like I said, for hours, because it's a big, exciting change. But expect the unexpected, because Uranus moves into Taurus on the 6th of March. So the thing is years ago, 8 years ago, I think it was 8 years ago, 2011. Yeah, I think it was 2011. Please don't quote me. I think I'm right. I don't know everything. But when Uranus moved into Aries and stayed there, like that day, because what happens is the outer planet will move into a sign, but then will retrograde back until the next year, and then we'll move into the sign for good. So when Uranus moved into Aries for good, Fukushima happened. Okay? That's pretty fucking full on, yeah? So I just say expect the unexpected, because that will get you through March. March is a big month in 2019, okay? The biggest. We've got a big year, let's be honest. Like I'm saying this is a big month because it's a very hard to pin down. It's Pisces, it's retrograde, it's, you know, Mercury retrograde, it's got, you know, we've got Neptune in Pisces, the sun in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, Neptune's at home in Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. So we've got that amplifying this Mercury as well. So there's a lot of this energy around for March. So mindfulness, madness, but be mindful of the madness, expect the unexpected. As Uranus moves into Taurus, we welcome something very new. We are moving into a very, very new earth, and it's really, really exciting for me. So I wish you all so much light and love and ease and joy and flow and peace for March 2019. Biggest blessings. Mwah.